Good morning and welcome back to your weekend unboxing here on Gaming with ADHD, where today we're going to be taking a look at the first expansion for Star Wars Villainous, Scum and Villainy. This is the first expansion for the popular Villainous series, Star Wars version, and features a selection of bounty hunters that appear in the Star Wars universe. Now, my family is a big fan of the Villainous game system, and so it's kind of one of those things where a new expansion comes out, and we're going to go ahead and get that. Now, I haven't read into this too much, so this is just going to be a first look and our impressions as is typical for an unboxing here. But before we get started, do make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I try to put out a few videos each week covering all sorts of tabletop gaming content, whether it's board games, card games, miniatures, role-playing, anything in between. We'd love for you to come along and see what we have to share. In addition, there will be a link down in the description where, if you're interested in picking this up, it does link over to Amazon, and you will be able to help out the channel a little bit that way. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and switch over to the infamously small work table and take a look. All right, now this particular version, just so you're aware, is the Target exclusive. Basically what they do is they put a wrap around the box, and then you also get a slightly different mover piece. One of them is a little bit different. So do keep in mind, if you purchase this off of Amazon or at a different retailer, you may have a slightly different package. But in my past experience in purchasing these Target exclusive versions, they are effectively the same except for that one piece and the sleeve. So don't worry, you're honestly not really missing out. But let's take a look. First off, I actually do really like this sleeve. I like what they did, the kind of exploded cover that looks like Boba Fett's blasting his way through. And then obviously on the back, we do get the description. So we've got Boba Fett, Cad Bane, and the Seventh Sister. Also, keep in mind, this actually is a standalone game. You do not need the original Star Wars Villainous in order to play. You can also mix the contents of this game with the original core set. So, obviously pick them up, have some fun. But just wanted to make sure that you knew that it wasn't required to have everything. All right. So this is going to be the original box. Technically there isn't a difference as far as that is concerned. It's just covered up by the sleeve. All right. We then get the instructions, which, in my experience with Villainous, the instructions are put together very well. They're easy to read, not too much walls of text, and you'll be able to figure out the rules based off of this. The game is pretty consistent across the different versions, so it's a rule book. But other than that, I mean, still pretty good. Looks like it's using stills from the movie instead of custom art, which is good. All right, let's take a look at these player boards. All right, so we've got Boba Fett. He's no good to me dead. So he's got Corellia, the Executor Bridge, Cloud City Dining Hall, and Jabba's Palace. Obviously, all of the locations that he's associated with from the movies. Plus, then you've got his objective, complete 4 bounties. Cad Bane, I'm afraid it's been you that have been foolish. All right, that's kind of a strange quote. Coruscant, Blackstall Station, The Box, and Boravio. And he needs to collect 5 target tokens. So keep in mind, in Villainous, every player plays essentially their own role. While there is some player interaction and a lot of take that kind of mechanic, essentially you're doing your own thing and you're just trying to do it faster than everyone else. but it does still come out really fun, especially when you can play those take that mechanics on other players. All right, then we've got the Seventh Sister, who needs to remove 3 rebels from the game. Fortress Inquisitorius, Bilzen, Geralt City, and Malachor. All right. All right, we've got the villain guides for each player. So these are pretty important. You want to take these because this is essentially going to tell you how to play that particular character. So as you can tell, it's not a ton of information, but it is very important. So make sure when you're going to start the game, take this out and read it, and you'll be fine. So we do have one for each. We then also get a reference card which explains what the different symbols are for, and then also gives you a description of what the villain objectives are. So basically you know what your opponents are doing, so you can try and mess with them. Alright. Then each player does get their own deck of cards. If I can find the opener and get it to work. Alright, now keep in mind there are 2 decks. There's the player deck and there's the Fate deck. Basically, the Fate deck is essentially all the good guys, since you're playing the bad guy. So it's all the good guys that particular villain goes up against. So Ahsoka Tano, Kanan Jarrus, Ezra Bridger, Hera Syndulla, Sabine Wren. Basically, this, if you watch Star Wars Rebels, I didn't. These are the characters that you're going to see. I guess I should zoom in on this a little bit more. There we go. That actually is visible now. And then these are the different allied villains. Anyways, basically it's the additional bad guys that you can pick up for your team. Overall, the art's pretty good. It looks like it's screen captures from the animated series, which is fine. They're, Star Wars games, Star Trek games are all kind of known for that. But these are going to be the cards you need to help you get through, complete your objective. Alright, we then have the set for Cad Bane. This is also an animated set of screen captures. So it looks like this is art from the Clone Wars. Again, good art. Nice screen captures, nice and clear. I've played a lot of the licensed games where they are not clear. They're like out of focus or something. I don't know. It's weird. So they've put them together pretty well. All right. And then Boba Fett. Alright, obviously Luke Skywalker, Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca. So that all of your classic characters. Okay, this is interesting because they've got a lot of... Well, these look like screen captures, but then maybe like they're run through an AI filter. Or something, just to kind of soften them up and make them seem more art-like. But then we've also got some that's just full art pieces. Okay, this is cool. You get all of the other bounty hunters that show up in and around Star Wars. The horrible CGI Jabba the Hutt. Why would you use CGI Jabba the Hutt when you have Return of the Jedi Jabba the Hutt? I don't know. Anyhow, alright, so this... Okay, I'm sorry, I like this one the best. The art is great. Like I said, it looks like it's a mix of art, a mix of screen captures, um, you know, kind of a blending of the two. Really good. All right, so these are all of the tokens that you're going to need, whether it's for credits, to purchase cards, things like that. All there. And then finally, we've got the markers. So we've got the Seventh Sister. So these, it is also kind of interesting. So on the base, in the original set, they were all some sort of Jedi or at least lightsaber user. So that's what you had as the bases, was the different lightsabers. He doesn't seem to have one, but the Seventh Sister had her weapon. And then for Boba Fett, it seems like a cross between his blaster and his jetpack. Now, this is obviously the different piece. It's supposed to look kind of like a marbleized or kind of a jade figure with the gold over top the green. Overall, nice figures. So that is it. That is everything that you get out of the Scum and Villainy set for Star Wars Villainous. Now, I'll be honest, I am pretty excited about this. These are good characters, and it's going to be fun to put these on the table. But come back later, and I'll give you a review of what I think of this particular set. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget about the links down below, our links to social media on Facebook and Twitter. We'd love for you to come along and see what we have to share. So let me know down below. Have you had this set? Do you enjoy using it? You know, love to hear from you. So thanks for watching, and we will talk to you next time.